Hey guys, this is Gamer Cow. Welcome to a rather different video because I really like playing this game as well. Enter the Gungeon. It's super awesome. Roguelike with shooter aspects, kind of bullet hell to it as well. Not like super insane bullet hell, but bullet hell enough. And it's just received an update pretty recently, the advanced Gungeons and Dragons update, which has added a ton of new stuff to it, loads of really awesome synergies which make this game a lot of fun to play at this stage. If you like guns, if you like puns with guns, if you like, shooting things with guns, you'll like this game a lot, because that's basically where we're at. So, just before I begin here, we're going to use the Hunter, because the Hunter is my favourite character to use. It isn't super busted like the Bullet if you don't get hit. And yeah, Hunter's really good at the start. Not the greatest passives, but Doggo is pretty freaking sweet as is, so there's that. One of the new updates allows you to increase the movement speed of the game when you're not in combat. You can do it with combat as well if you do turbo mode, but that's not what we're doing here. So this will be moving a bit faster. Kind of weird, your dodge roll does not get improved in speed with this, but I think that's because of trap rooms, which are a little bit more awkward to deal with this thing. But that's fine. And if you don't want potentially spoiled on secret chambers and whatnot, you might not want to watch this, because I'm gonna be trying to go for pretty much all of the secret chambers here. Might not actually get them all, but I'm basically going to be going for that. So we'll just have to see what the run gives. Obviously it is a roguelike, so RNG is a thing, quite a big thing at that. So we might not actually get all the stuff, but we'll just have to see. So let's get to it. Also, I apologize, my controller is kind of loud with this, but this is the only one that actually works with this game, so I don't really have much of a choice. So, you've got your blanks, basically like Toho bombs in the corner just to sort of room clear. You have your little guns which you can shoot. Got this guy from Totally Not Legend of Zelda. He actually has a new attack now as well, that sometimes his swing here, as we'll get, well, would have gone to see if he didn't just die like an idiot. This guy's also a new dynamite dude. Yeah, if his attack actually sends out the projectiles now, so it's kind of a little bit more dangerous than it used to be. Chain guy used to be kind of a complete joke because he just had no offense against you if you just stayed away from him. Not quite the case now, you have to be a little bit more careful. You can get blank drops are pretty nice. We're going to be looking obviously for keys. The logic, I say logic, that's as if we're playing Zelda. The profile for item stuff has actually been tweaked. So in general you get more keys. I have had ones, oh, challenge room, okay. Come back for that later. I have had runs where I just really haven't had keys. Like the first two runs I did on stream actually, when the update came out last Thursday. Basically I got like no keys. Straight away with the boss, I may as well, because it's a pretty good indicator of whether or not I need to restart because I don't get the master round. So each floor has got 3 different bosses. I actually generally find this one the easiest, although it looks the most overwhelming to begin with. This is the one which I would expect to master round. One of the reasons I use the Hunter is because of the crossbow here, because the crossbow, it takes a while if you don't like tap to reload again, but if you do, then you get like a lot of damage out here, and these early bosses tend to go down pretty quickly to the crossbow. So it just speeds up the opening of the game. We're gonna blank that because I don't really trust it. Obviously don't touch the dude at the top. If you accidentally shoot the advisor at the top there, then they will come after you as well. Gonna just blank that. Don't get caught on fire. I'm stuck in the corner. I probably could have gotten away from that. Probably didn't need to blank it, but whatever. We have the blanks for a reason. We'll just use them. Blanks don't contribute to the master round, so you can use all of those no problem and get yourself an extra speed, extra buff here. If you do clear a boss without taking damage, you will get the master round, which increases your hearts by 1. It's the main way that you will increase stuff here. Also, I think you do actually want to take this guy down, because I didn't take him down in one of my recent runs, and in the Oubliette boss, he actually came back, and I don't know if that was, you know, just like a one-time thing, or whether it was actually how it's supposed to work, but he's pretty crazy, so you don't really want to deal with him. So we might as well go ahead and do the challenge room now. So you get, what, 3 waves of enemies with this, and you basically just have to survive them all, and if you do, you get the chest. And I believe that chest is already unlocked as well, so can be of varying qualities. Of course, it's a lot of enemies. Every chest in the game does have a quality associated with it. Oh, bad hit. Whatever, doesn't matter. We have hearts stored up as well. It's actually another new feature that, for convenience sake, you can actually store hearts which are on the ground, and if you do that, you can get them from either the end of the floor or from the shop. There's another nice bunch of enemies here. I'm gonna not actually take a hit there. I thought that was for sure gonna smack me, but that's fine. So these guys are what you want to see on the first floor. They do take a ton of hits, but these and the ball and chain guys tend to drop a lot of casings. A lot of money comes out of this. So you definitely want to see a lot of them, even if they do take a while to deal with. So we do get a green chest. It's going to be a mimic, which is interesting. Let's just go ahead and... yeah, it's one of the cool things about Doggo. I mean, obviously we can tell that it's a mimic anyway if you just let it go for a while, but one of the cool things about Doggo is that he will bark at mimics. That's not his only function. His main function actually is to have a 5% chance to dig up items at the end of every room. Unity, you know what? That could be decent later. So I think for every gun that you hold, Unity gives you, what, like a 2... is it a 2% damage buff? I think it's a 2% damage buff for every gun that you hold. So, definitely worth having. Nice just to get it for free as well. So yeah, that was a middle-of-the-road chest quality. That green is your B tier. It goes from D tier to S as the top, with S being gigantic black chests that are really fun to find. You don't tend to find it very often, of course, because this is supposed to be a roguelike after all. There is definitely some challenge to this game, and it's pretty good fun nonetheless. We have a lot of this floor still to explore though. There's a lot of stuff I need to do here, just because of having the crossbow at the start. And actually, one of the main reasons that I would go to the boss early is because if you have not picked up a gun on the floor yet, you will force a gun from the boss kill if you kill the boss at that point. So one of the great things about the hunt is starting with a crossbow and being able to kill the first boss for no worries, is that you're always able to very easily force a gun from the first boss, which means that you definitely have something that you can use for the next floor, which I always find very good. So what have we got here? Oh ho ho! Speaking of black chest, ho ho ho! That's pretty cool. Alright, so definitely something good there. There are 2 chests on each floor which are guaranteed to spawn in those little rooms there. One chest will always have a gun, one chest will always have an item. There are a couple of ways that can get bought, but for the most part that's pretty much the way it goes. See the water barrel in the corner there? We need to keep that safe, and that's fine, because this is your gateway to the first of the secret chambers, which is something I pretty much always try and go for. I don't know if I'm going to have enough keys to go for it here, especially since I need to open that black chest now. But if you have a water barrel, which is generally, very few exceptions, they're pretty much always going to spawn in these rooms now. Didn't used to be the case when the game first came out, but nowadays they always spawn in them. So yeah, it's not too bad to actually get that going now. What do we got? Just a 1 key in here. So I need 3 keys in total then, at least, depending on what the chest is here. I might not be able to go for the secret chamber here. I have no idea what this room is about. Just a plain old empty room. A green chest is also pretty good though, so... that's kind of annoying, actually. because this just seems to be one of those runs where I'm not going to get keys at the start, and I really could do with them. Like I said, even though keys are more likely to drop, it's not always the case, and that is the entire floor cleared. So there is no chance that I can go to the secret chamber here, which is too bad. But at least I can open both of the chests. And if I open both of the chests, then I've got a decent chance of getting something really good here, because the green chests have usually got stuff which is nice. The only catch is I don't even know if I can afford to get this key now, because I need 115. I mean, this might just be a basic run then. We might just not be going to any of the secret chambers, because I can't go to the second secret chamber since I'm not gonna get to go to the first one. You need to do it that way around. Grey Mauser. That's interesting, because that is a weapon you can use to steal from the shop, which means this is going to be an item, and there's a lot of good items at this tier, and that is probably about the worst one that I've seen in a while. Green Goron Stone, I mean, it's an orbital, so it'll block bullets like that glass one there. If you take damage, it has a chance to heal you. I don't know if they've buffed it at all, but it was pretty underwhelming the last time I used it. So, not the greatest. Especially since we aren't going to get to go to the secret floors here. Yeah, so this is probably just going to be a basic run at this point, because I don't think I'm going to have enough money, and even if I do, I don't think under these circumstances I actually would want to go for the new secret floor, because I don't think I'm going to have enough firepower to be able to beat the boss there, since the new secret room boss is kind of absolutely ridiculous if you've not seen it yet. And like, I failed at that boss even when I've had 6 hearts and a heal. It's like I just am not good at trying to deal with it at the moment. One new change to the bats here. Oh, this is another one I should have said. In the supply drop update, or in the basic game, you had ammo, just the green boxes that fully restore your ammo. But in the newest update, the Gungeons and Dragons one, you get these red boxes too, which give you 50% on your active gun and 20% on every other gun that you've got. So that actually gets to be really powerful later on. So definitely worth having those. So these guys, they will lead their shots, so they're pretty easy to misdirect if you know they're there. So we'll just go ahead and that's a sniper. Don't really care too much about that, because it's very easy just to strafe around them. No nasty guy in this one, so that's fine. I was expecting the Lead Maiden there. Oh, the drill is pretty good though. Okay, so this is what I was trying to like aim for for the new secret boss, but it costs way too much. I don't think I'm gonna have a chance for that. There's a couple of decent things up here as well. The Mega Dowels is pretty terrible. Monster Blood is a free heart container. It got buffed in the supply drop update, I think, so it gives a heart container, and if you take damage then it creates a massive poison pool, which you're immune to. Mutation's not the greatest. I might actually just get the drill and just go regular run here. The drill is actually a payday item, so we'd have more chance of getting the other payday items too, but it lets you basically spawn enemies around chests. Yeah, we're gonna go for that. I can show this off. So I don't need keys to open chests anymore. I can use the drill instead, which is pretty good. And the way it ends up working is that it creates a bit of a larger room around the chest, and it spawns a couple of waves of enemies to deal with, which will let you open the chest for free, which is pretty good. So basically, and you can actually use it on locked doors as well. Speeder! Oh god, there's a like in here too. I really don't like this combo. I'm gonna have to just let that guy go again. Yeah, I really don't like this thing. It actually can eat your guns if it gets to you, which is super annoying. So Yeah, so those are like 2 of the new enemies. The spider is particularly annoying. But it's fine. Yeah, some of these rooms actually have BDs in them now as well, which is kind of cool. Because these are usually specific boss spawns. Sometimes they spawn without guns and they just don't get to do anything. But most of the time they don't. Most of the time you do actually have to worry about them a little bit. These guys also like lead their shot. The purple ones don't get to do anything to you apart from just push you around, which they're pretty good at admittedly, but the blue ones actually do have electricity on them too, which is pretty dangerous. Oh, this is actually a safe spot. I've not seen this room yet. There's quite a few new rooms to this game as well, and I haven't actually seen this one, which is kind of cool. So what do we got? There, and you're there. Okay. Hollow point's not too dangerous to deal with. Is there anything here? I guess that's just another potential entrance to this room. So we have a green chest, that's fine, and it looks like this would have been... Yeah, so if I had been able to do the first secret chamber, then I would have been able to get to the second secret chamber from here. So that's kind of... that's how that goes, but it's just going to be a regular old run. I guess I'm going to have to put like a note, an annotation or something down at the start saying, yeah, this actually isn't going to be a super fancy run. Because the game just decided that it wasn't going to give me any keys in the first floor. You know, if I had that drill on the in the first floor, then I would have been able to use that instead to open the chests. Actually, I don't think I have to open the chest at the start if I use the drill on it. I don't think I have to open it. So it might be better just to use it now, just to like recharge it afterwards. So this is what the drill does. It'll open up the room, and now we have some enemies to kill. Oh god, nasty enemy to kill. Pretty nasty enemy. Oh, also the room is kind of bugged out here, but that's fine. Yeah, Lead Maiden is not what I really want to be fighting in that room, but it's okay. So yeah, a couple of waves to deal with. You don't get extra drops off of them, and now we can see the chest has been opened, and yeah, when you get close enough, it makes the room go back to normal, and it's fine. I don't have to open it at the moment, so I can still force a gun from the boss, which is one thing in it. Also, new to the update, you can dodge roll over tables. You will start breaking the table if you do that. If you have not already done so, then spam the button, spam the roll button on the table, because you'll break them, and there's actually an unlock that you get for that, the portable table device. So that's good. Boss time. Trying to think what I want to use here. I think the void shotgun's probably the best if it's something that's compatible with it. It looks like this is going to be the Beholster. I don't know if the void shotgun's actually good enough against Beholster. I'm going to go Grey Morse here. So the Beholster does actually have a couple of new room layouts too. This is a bit of an awkward one actually. So just have to see. He's got a lot of different attacks. He likes to shoot his rocket stuff a lot as well, which can be kind of a problem. This gun's actually fairly good at dealing with them though, so we should be okay. Just dodge roll around the laser. This gun actually makes you invisible when you reload, which can be used to steal from shops. We'll have to see if I get a chance to do that. That's going to be me out of this. Just going to have to blank that. He's a fairly intense fight, but he's probably the middle of the road when it comes to floor 2 bosses. There we go. Master round on that too, which is pretty good. Now, one thing to be careful of here, oh, that's a bad gun too. One thing to be careful of here, I don't know if we're going to see it in this, I have 1 ammo left on this, it's kind of weird. I don't know if we're going to get to see it in this one, but it is possible for these to be mimics now. So you've got to be a little bit careful about that. we do have a synergy. What is the synergy here? It's with the unit. Okay. I don't actually know what that's gonna do. So this is a trash cannon in general. It puts poison on the ground, which you can take damage from, so it's pretty poor. But apparently it has a synergy with Unity. I don't know what that does. I'll have to look that up later. But apparently it has a synergy with that. It also has a synergy with junk, which you get from like destroying chests, where it actually will do an extra 25% damage if you have that. The main reason it's not a good gun though is because you can get killed by the poison so quickly. So if you have something that makes you immune to poison, it's actually pretty good. But that's a big if. And I of course don't at the moment. Be careful of these guys because they will lead their shots and they can be very nasty in large groups. They also always explode, which is kind of annoying. So you do have to be careful of them. The armor that you pick up from these, that will actually get stolen if you leave it in the room, so make sure don't get stuck in the doorway. It's probably my least favorite thing about this game is that it's very easy to get stuck in doorways if you're not careful. So you gotta make sure that you don't do that, because getting stuck in doorways sucks big time. I'm really kind of hoping I actually get some more ammo for the Grey Marza here. Oh, this guy's pretty cool too. So you also have, once you've done a lot of unlock stuff, like this guy is locked in a cell normally, but once you've freed him, you get this come up, and sometimes you see him, and if you see him, then complete the map of the floor, you will get an item off of him. Doesn't have to be a gun, it can be a gun or an item, just random quality as well. And he will basically give you free stuff for doing what you were going to do anyway, which is pretty much clear the floor. So, definitely my favourite guy to see because he doesn't require any work on my end. Blue chest is okay. Not unreasonable here. We'll go ahead and drill that, because I have not picked up any keys on this floor, so it's probably for the best that I actually did get that drill in the end. Now I'm looking at it, it's like, yeah, that drill is actually going to be super good, because I did not get a single key drop. I don't think you can destroy the chest. Oh boy, wow! I got a 50 casing off of that, and Doggo dug up a blank. That's crazy. Okay, cool. I guess we have a lot more money now, so that's neat. So we got, this is actually a pretty good gun as well. Very high damage coming out of this. Master of Unlocking. Okay, so I might not need to keep the drill for the entire game then. Increased chance for keys to drop after room clears. That's pretty much what that goes down to. Yeah, I didn't think there was going to be a secret room in here. I don't need anything off of him. I might just get the monster blood though, because that makes me immune to poison, which would make the trash cannon a lot better. Which is this 43, 62. I do have enough for both, and there is a synergy here that makes this thing poison, shoot poison as well, which could be good. So yeah, because that's 105 in total. I don't have any ammo on the Marza, so I can't steal one of these, but that's fine, because I'll get ammo and probably steal something on the next floor. Yeah, I'm definitely going to get that, because that makes the trash cannon a lot more usable. And yeah, let's show it off. Why not? We're here for the fun synergies, right? So let's show some fun synergies. It's not the greatest synergy out there, but it's still pretty good. So thank you 50 casing from using the drill. So, you know, definitely good to see. So what are we going to get? We're going to share the map, and we're going to have smoke bomb. That's not especially good. It could also be used to steal from shops, but it's not especially good. I think I'm going to leave that there. Because I don't have an extra active item space. It makes you invisible, kind of like what the Grey Marza does, so you can use it before entering a room, and you can use it to become invisible, and you're undetected by enemies until you start shooting. Mostly it's used as an item to steal from shops, but I already have a thing that can steal from shops, so it's fine. Yeah, so mutation can poison stuff now, which is pretty good. This thing fires like a homing stream, which is not too bad, but it pushes you back as well, which is normally why I'm not a fan of it. But hey, when it can poison, it actually does pretty good damage, so there is that. Of course, poison-based enemies cannot be poisoned, so there is that. But that's fine. Yeah, it's not too bad. I may as well use the trash can for a bit, actually. Would help if I could actually aim a bit, but you know, that's neither here nor there. Oh, so this room's got rats in it, which is pretty interesting. It is a new thing with the secret room. You can see this little trap door over here. This actually is relevant to the secret stuff, but I can't do the secret stuff this time because I don't have the item for it. But yeah, now that I don't get affected by the poison, this stuff is actually the trash can is actually okay. Is it the greatest thing out there? Definitely not, but it is still pretty usable. Oh, key! Just go ahead and grab that. I mean, I don't know if I really need the keys at this point because of Master of Unlocking and the drill and whatnot, but so this is kind of a dangerous room. There's a lot of nasty stuff going on in this room. So yeah, we're just gonna kind of deal with that. A lot of rude things going on here. Not very good at sniping these from range, because I use a controller instead of keyboard mouse. There is a little bit of aim assist, which is kind of nice, but I still don't tend to do very well with like super long range combat. Gotta watch out for these guys. The lasers are pretty annoying. So they also explode when they die, so they can get a little bit troublesome with that. Another kind of nasty room. So this is the point of the game where it's starting to get a little bit tedious to use the basic gun. It's still very possible, and sometimes it is the play that you want to make, but it does get a little bit frustrating to use it here. This is a secret room. Okay. So there's another chest in there which I can get later. I'm going to go ahead and use the drill because I don't really fancy using my my keys when I don't need to. I mean, I have plenty of keys at this point, so it wouldn't be much of a problem, but yeah, I knew that was going to happen. I just couldn't get around it. It's kind of frustrating, but what are you going to do? Yeah, so the drill does kind of spawn some pretty powerful enemies out of the room, but it's okay. It's still pretty good. I guess you got to get close enough to the chest in order for it to bring out. I don't tend to use the drill very often, so it's not something I'm too familiar with. If you see a green flame above the door here, that's going to be a shrine. In this case, it's the blank dude. So if you use a blank here, there's a 90% chance it will spawn a chest. If you get a chest and you do it again, the success rate is halved every time. So like 90% this time, 45% next time. I've got to get through here. This is the sort of like, not trap room. I guess trap room is probably the right way to bring it. Oh doggo, no, don't dodge roll anything. This actually gets a little bit more difficult when you have turbo outside of combat on, because you don't get slowed down in these rooms, which I think you should, but you don't. Crisis Stone. I haven't actually seen that yet, so I don't know what that does. It's kind of cool looking though. I kind of want it. Maybe I'll have to steal that actually. If I get some ammo for the Great Mauser, I might steal that. Some kind of nasty enemies showing up in here, but thankfully the grenade guy just kind of handily dealt with that. Yeah, no problem because of the grenades. The extra blank could be good because I might well use that to get an extra chest. Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's go back and get the chest. I'm just trying to think where I want to. I guess I've got to teleport from here. That's fine. Let's 90% chance to get a chest drop here, right? Yeah. Okay. It is only a brown chest, but that is fine. It's not that big of a deal. I'm going to save the other blank though, because I probably want it for the boss here. I'm very unlikely to get a master round on this floor, but just in case... yeah, oh, so if you see a purple flame there, that's another event one. That can be something as simple as a gun muncher, or it can be another merchant entirely on the floor. So that's also pretty good to see. Killiford. Gotta get around this guy. This guy gets really annoying when he multiplies, but luckily not this time. So what have we got here? Just a gun muncher. Okay. So gun munchers, you feed them 2 guns, they give you another gun out based on the value of the guns that you gave them. Sometimes they'll have an increased value, but most of the time it'll just be like an average of the value that you gave. That probably should have hit me, but I'm not going to say no to it missing me there. If you hit the cold guys with water weapons, they actually won't ignite like that, which makes them significantly easier to deal with. Or you could just, you know, use a weapon, like doofus me over here. Yeah, let's go this way first. So minecarts, you can do minecart stuff in them. They make it a bit harder to actually evade stuff, I feel, but... oh, this is an interesting room. So I don't like these turrets, but I think we can deal well enough. Maybe. Nope, nope, can't deal. Can't deal. I think I'm going the wrong way around here, though. I probably should be going against the flow of the turret. But whatever. You can break the turrets with explosives, from what I've seen. Another green one? You know what? Let's drill this as well. See what we get. Alright, it's not too bad. Just take him out. I got a key off of that too. If you heard the very, very quick thing there, but I heard the sound effect for it. Master of Unlocking doesn't actually put keys on the ground. It puts keys straight in your inventory. So yeah, it's kind of tricky in between waves like that. Oh, this room keeps catching me out, because these guys get really annoying with the way they move. But looks like it was kind of a good pattern this time with where we set up in this room, so it's fine. These things, I actually think I need to kill these for the hunting quest stuff, but I've already got the unlocks from them, so it's not... oh boy. Yeah, you kind of need to go straight away. You are the real one, because you're the one taking the most damage. And yeah, we got another extra key out of that, as well as the blank, which is pretty good. Just take out you. These guys are kind of annoying, because they make big rings, which can be quite tough to dodge, but they're not the worst enemies out there. Still no ammo drops, by the way. I'm kind of surprised. I mean, this is why I tend to use the basic gun as much as I can, because I'm a real stickler when it comes to ammo. And sometimes it's well justified, because you just don't get the drops. Is this the boss? This is the boss. What have I got that I can use there? The Tangler's pretty good. Mutation's probably good based on distance. If it's Treadnought, then the mutation is probably my best bet. And it is the Treadnought. Okay. So that... I might master around this, actually, because I've been getting a little bit better at this one. This is a pretty tough boss, though. And the main thing that you want to do against this one is you want to have it explode the corners here. This is already looking kind of rough, though. Well, I managed to dodge through that somehow, which is quite good. Yeah, good damage coming out. You want to get it to explode the corners, because those are where it gets most problematic. It's basically a lot of streaming here, if you're familiar with tower attempts. Just misdirect it as much. Oh! That exploded right next to me! That's rude! I did not expect that. I thought it was going to go against the wall. Whoops! I probably should have expected it, though. That's my bad. So we aren't going to master around this one. So, but that's okay, because I got the monster blood on the previous floor, so I do have the extra heart from that. I'm running out of ammo, though. What else can I use? Maybe the Tangler? Make it a square, or make it rectangular, because that's the thing. I honestly didn't expect it was going to explode right next to me though, it's kind of annoying. One thing you do have to watch out for this guy is the familiars. I say familiars, they are just regular enemies really, but you do have to watch out for them, because they can easily trap you as well. So let it come up here. Shouldn't take too much more to deal with from here. There we go. Nice and easy. Yes, I would have master rounded it if I didn't... Oh, we got the bees! Oh, we got bees. That's pretty good. So, I like bees. They're pretty sweet. Bees are very good for boss killing, actually. So, definitely happy to have those. And now that I've gotten the boss done, I'm just going to open the chest. Hey, well, we're getting an extra heart anyway. Okay, so heart holster gives you just a heart container. There's a fair few heart up items, and they do have some synergies that are specific to them. Good old AK-47. Alright. Pretty standard gun, but pretty powerful for being a standard gun. An extra half a heart, just in case we end up needing it for the rest of this floor. There's a couple of rooms still to clear. I do want to clear them because I want the money more than anything. And I kind of want some ammo. I've been ammo starved this entire run so far, actually, outside of the one drop on floor 2, which is kind of obnoxious if I'm being honest. So I definitely want some more ammo here if I can get it. I might actually have to buy it, which is, well, can I not just hit this guy? I might have to buy the ammo, which I wouldn't be too happy about, but you know. These guys don't actually do any contact damage to you straight up, so they're pretty okay to go around. Watch the bounce on the bat bullets if they do get a chance to fire. Also, kind of new to this update, if you shoot the bullets before they get a chance to shoot themselves, then you actually do have a chance of getting money from them, which didn't used to be the case. That's something with the new update as well. So you definitely want to try and kill them now, whereas before you would just kind of let them go. But now you want to take them out for sure. So, break him. Oh boy. Oh, I knew that was going to happen too. It's okay, because we have hearts stored, so I'm going to get my health back anyway. It's not a big deal. It is kind of embarrassing in a way, but it's not a big deal. I mean, if you would like to... The reason I don't like those guys is because they are immune to damage a lot of the time, so it's just like, really? Are you just gonna... just gonna kind of stop out of nowhere? Is there any ammo to buy, actually? There is. So I don't have enough money for the Crisis Stone, but I could just accept a point of curse and I could just steal it. So if I buy the ammo for the Grey Mauser, then I can reload, become invisible, and steal the Crisis Stone, so I can see what it does. Because I actually don't know what it does. Which is kind of a thing. We do have a chest in here as well, right? Yeah, so... Oh! Well, that's kind of good to get, actually. Ammo capacity. Pretty standard, but pretty sweet. We do get another chest, too, which is good. Doggo's not reacting. Nail gun. Pretty terrible gun, but you know, it's okay, because it could always be worse. Nail gun actually, I mean, all of the D-grade guns have actually got, like, really cool synergies to them now, so that could actually come into play later. So, I'm gonna buy the ammo. I might actually just buy the machine pistol as well, because it's nice just to have the option. And then I'm going to... You have to fire off the full clip of this thing, then you reload, you become invisible, you've got the symbol above you here until you fire again, and you can use that to steal. So we're gonna do that. So what does this thing actually do? That is interesting. Also, yeah, I unlocked that recently, but that's fine, doesn't matter. Provides invulnerability when reloading an empty clip. This stone resonates strongly throughout the fourth dimension, allowing the bearer to step out of the frame of reality. Strangely only functions under certain circumstances. Okay. So that's kind of cool. So, if I have this, the idea of this right... Yeah. If I have the idea of this right then... Yeah, it creates a shield when you're reloading. Okay, so if I get a gun that has a really long like reload time, like the Stinger or something, this will actually be incredibly powerful. But even if I don't, just having immunity when reloading could actually be really good. Like the crossbow you could probably use that with, even though the crossbow's got a decently good reload time. Let's try it with a trash cannon, see if it works out with that. I mean, it'll work with anything, but obviously it synergizes best with guns that don't have huge magazines, because then you're spending most of your time reloading. So let's see what it does with this. Okay, yeah, that's kind of cool. Oh, it also says reload when you're reloading that too. That's kind of sweet. Of course, as soon as I do that, I get an ammo, but that's actually fine. What do I want ammo for? Mutation's kind of okay, I could get ammo for that. Crossbow, I think, has served its purpose at this point. Crossbow is actually not particularly good at this stage. Because it just doesn't do enough damage anymore to kill the enemies. Like, it takes two shots to kill basic enemies with this thing, so... Oh, Grim Reaper's shown up as well, okay. I need to deal with you. Not sure what was up with the stop time thing there. That was weird. Anyway. So the skull guys are immune to poison. Unless for some reason they have a hat on them. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what's Oh, you know what? Maybe it's the greenstone is causing like some sort of time stop thing on enemies or something sometimes. I don't quite know why, because it's not the game lagging or anything. So I'm trying to work out why sometimes the enemies are stopping moving, and that's the closest thing I can think of for it. Yeah, gotta make sure you don't get smacked by the dudes in this sort of room, but it's easy enough done. Right, what do we got? Oh, okay. This is not a particularly good room for using what am I trying to say? It's not a good room for using trash cannon because these guys don't take poison damage. But they do have very low health, so they're very easy to pick off with a mutation. Yeah, you can see time is because I'm still able to move like perfectly normally, so it's not something. Yeah, something is causing them to. Is that part of the trash cannon? Like the synergy? I think that might be part of the synergy actually, because I do have a synergy between trash cannon and the unity ring. That might actually be part of it. That that hitting something with the ring is causing with the trash cannon is causing the enemies to slow down. I don't actually know what that synergy does, so that is a reasonable hypothesis. Like I said, this game's got a lot of really fun item combinations now. Yeah, because it's only happening when I'm using the trash cannon, and I'm noticing it's only happening when I'm damaging an enemy too. Like, check that. It just stops stuff from moving. It's weird. Yeah, because it's okay, it's not strictly stopping things, it's just greatly slowing them down. Basically the same, right? But it's... yeah, I think that's what's happening with it. Yo. So, laser sight is actually something that I want here. Because laser sight with the machine pistol is a really good synergy I've used a couple of times. It's a very powerful thing. Full metal jacket makes you use a blank if you're about to take damage. Stout bullets gives you 60% more damage if you shoot up close, but 20% less damage if you shoot from far away. So I'm probably not going to take that, but I do want the laser sight later. You know, there's wait for now because I don't know what else is going to show up on this floor. I might end up getting something else which is also like worth a purchase. Oh, a mini-boss. It's Blockner. Okay, so in the Gungeons and Dragons update, Blockner's ghost, once you've defeated him, can sometimes show up as well. So, yeah, this isn't a new boss, but it is new to, like, reappearing, if you will. Because once you defeated him in the little, like, side quest for it, he wouldn't show up again, so... Like, this is a brand new thing for the update. So we are getting to show some cool things off here. Even if I didn't get to do any of the secret chamber stuff. I can still do the final one, I can still do chamber 6. So that's okay. Also with 6 keys, I don't think I need to use this drill anymore. The only reason I would have to use this drill is because of sometimes getting drops at the end of stuff. What do I want? Tangler, I guess. The Void Shotgun's actually pretty good too. Let's get Void Shotgun. Yeah, but with 6 keys, I really don't need to use it anymore. Roll Bombs... I mean, I don't love them, but... Sure. They do some damage. They're not particularly good. They have a couple of synergies, but one of them especially I'm not going to be getting, so... it's fine. I'm just trying to think what I want to use. Probably Mutation. Let's go with Mutation. Speeder! I really don't like the spider enemy. But I guess it's okay when you kind of get to stay at that range from it. It's not too bad. The annoying thing with a spider is that it just keeps getting really close to you all the time, and it's just like... If it gets close to you, there's not really any way of dodging its short-range attacks, so... That's the main reason I'm not a fan of it. But it's a pretty good new, like, boss enemy, really. It's quite a neat addition. Also, yeah, like I said, this thing homes in a little bit, so it can be kind of neat. The main reason I don't like this gun is because of the knockback that it gives you. The pushback is quite significant, and it can be a little bit of a pain. But it's okay. Like, it's still not the worst gun ever, and it's nice to have the extra poison effect from the synergy here. There's another synergy that I got with it with shock rounds that gave it a electrify effect, which was pretty cool. Yeah, let's just get Mutation. Take on that. Oh boy, he spawned like right on top of me there. That could have been dangerous. Yeah, it also does have a finite range, so that can sometimes cause trouble. Yeah, just watching the spike traps on the ground here. Just don't want to get caught by that. I did get a key there too, so Master of Unlocking is incredibly powerful. I'm starting to think, do I really need to force a gun here? I don't think I do. Maybe I just open this chest. Yeah, I think I will. A sticky crossbow is pretty bad though. So, it fires shots. It doesn't really stun the enemies at all. It fires some shots onto that. It's going to be High Priest, isn't it? Let me go and get that laser sight. Because I think, at this point, I'm going to want a machine pistol against High Priest. High Priest is just a terrible boss. And I am very bad against it too, so... Yeah, let's just buy laser sight. So laser sight is an accuracy up, of course, as you would expect, but it also gives the pistol, the machine pistol here, it gives it a shock round effect, where it ups the damage and electrifies all the rounds. So it actually, like, it links them all with electricity, which makes them more damaging. So it actually makes this very, very low tier gun an incredibly powerful weapon, actually. Yes, so I very, very much don't like this boss. Mostly because of the bullets that just appear out of nowhere. This boss is an absolute nightmare. Luckily he can only do this attack like twice now, because they've changed how I see like a bullet just appeared out of freaking nowhere, and I just couldn't, like, because I'm too busy focusing on the rest of him, I couldn't even see it. And it's just so frustrating because they just come out of the walls, and it's like, why? It's such a bad boss because of that. And it's really just that makes it annoying. I mean, luckily I've got a pretty good weapon here because the machine pistol synergy is so good. But it just, I don't know. Hey, we get a payday, dude. Okay, so because we still have the drill, we actually have more chance of getting the other payday items. And so now this particular one is neat because this lets you summon payday familiars out. I haven't played Payday 2, so I don't know all of them, but it's like this guy obviously shoots things with a shotgun. This one stays around you and blanks at some certain points, like when it feels like it, but it's relatively often. So that's pretty neat, because now I have some added protection, I guess, which is kind of cool. So let's show the sticky crossbow off here. So when I think it's when you reload with this thing, then it explodes the shots. So it's Ring of Fire Resistance actually isn't that bad, because the forge obviously is full of fire, so it's not that terrible. But I don't... Is there seriously no Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rooms connected with no teleporter. That's very unusual. Maybe the sticky crossbow has been buffed since I last used it, though. Admittedly, it has been a while, because this gun, I generally didn't like it too much. So it's possible... Oh, dang it. It's possible the explosion stuff has actually been made a lot stronger than what I used to know. Yeah, I think it might have been, actually. Alright, so... It's a little bit late, but the sling is still very good. It's probably not even that useful anymore, actually. But the sling is still something that I greatly enjoy as far as items go. Because it is just very powerful against bosses. And, of course, because we have one of the payday items, we have more chance of getting the other ones. And this one kind of turns you into Sonic in a bit. So it gives you more money when you clear, just gives you more money in general, but if you take damage then you drop money. So it kind of has a Sonic effect. What it has also done though, because we got the mask, we've got the third payday guy here, this guy will run up and taser enemies. The clown one in the middle there. He'll run up and taser enemies and that'll perma-stun them basically. It's kind of ridiculous. Is there anything else that was worth looking at in terms of the store here? Like, I know I can't buy it, but I can steal it. So it's like, is there anything else that's worth it? Stout bullets are okay, but I'm already kind of iffy on that. So probably not. Yeah, okay. So no secret room found. Yeah, fire resistance I don't think is worth it. Obviously I can get my health back, so that's fine. But yeah, nothing else on this floor. It seems kind of small actually for floor 4, but maybe that's just me. It covers a wide area because there's a lot of large rooms, so maybe that's where it goes. Okay, what fun stuff do I want to go with for the next one? Like the Tangler's pretty good. I haven't shown the Beehive off yet. I guess because I've got machine pistol for the bosses and I've got the sling for the bosses, I could just use Beehive on for the regular floor here. I think this is fine. So the Beehive, as you would expect, shoots bees. The bees will home in on enemies and damage them. And they are all kinds of awesome. Watch out for guys spawning from the ashen bullets and stuff around the walls, by the way, because they are super annoying. Yeah, so the payday guys are actually very powerful. They tend to give you a lot of extra damage out. Like the shotgun guy is really, really good. The problem obviously with this at the moment is that it's kind of hard to... see, the bees are just going to try and go for him, so it's not really the greatest here. Just use the AK. the hole, not the bees. Pretty good. Oh! Oh! Thanks, Dogger. So Glassstones, the orbital we've seen before, they will defend against stuff, block bullets, but they will disappear if you take damage. So that's why I've still only got the one around, even though we've had about 4 of them so far in the run. So, yeah. Shoot the beers! Yeah, you can rely on the bees to do quite a lot, actually. They are surprisingly powerful. Just don't let them go into walls and whatnot. This is why it's a good boss killer, because you can just kind of let the bees do all the work against the bosses, because they'll just home in against them. So this is why it's a good boss weapon. You kinda need to get out of that corner there. There we go, right. You can also just kind of let the payday guys do a lot of the work as well. So that's the beehive. I mean, the AK is pretty standard, as you would expect. The boss room already? I could just do the boss. Yeah, I could just go for the boss here. Why not? So, let's go ahead and fight the dragon. Floor 5 only has one boss. It is always the High Dragon. Yes, he is a dragon. His nose is a gun. If you haven't worked out with this game by now, it is gun puns all the time, and it's pretty great. Yeah, I think Machine Pistol here is actually going to be really, really good. Just make sure that I don't get hit. It is possible to get a Master Round in this fight, but you need to hit like both phases out. So you do have to be... I'm not in range. Okay. Just gotta make sure I actually get that. So this guy's actually not that difficult, but he has a couple of combinations of attacks which are just complete and utter ridiculousness. And that's where it gets pretty annoying. Yeah, like, I was gonna get hit, so... This breath attack can be kind of annoying. That didn't work, okay. Whatever. Sure, let's go with that. So normally if you blank against the knives at the right... Maybe I just didn't have the right timing. If you blank against the knives at the right time, you can actually go ahead and negate them. So that is wave 1. And then wave 2 is your typical sort of AoE thing. The blanks will not actually get rid of all the bullets here. This is yeah, that was a particularly horrible pattern for that. Wow, I have not seen a pattern that bad in a while. Which is too bad because we've failed the Master Round because of that. But yeah, I have not seen a pattern that bad on the Dragon Phase 2 for a while. So, oh well. Not much to really do about it. But we have a ton of floor left to explore here, so there's plenty to do here. Also, just in case you're wondering, nail gun is pretty awful. That could be fine. I'll use the drill to unlock this, because I don't need to worry about that. And then... Sure, a sponge actually has a synergy? Okay. Okay, I don't know what that synergy does, but whatever. The sponge by itself will remove goop around you. So if I make fire here, you can see the sponge is actually kind of clearing that up. So it effectively makes me immune to fire now as well, which is sort of cool. I have no idea what this synergy does, so let's find out. If we can. I don't know. It's gonna be, I mean, I might not even get to see in the end what it does. But we'll maybe find out. It'd be nice if I could. This gun also has a decently long reload time, so I guess... Oh! Wait! Do these shots always bounce? I don't remember. It might make the shots bounce or something. I'd have to look it up later on. Maybe I'll add it in an annotation or something if I remember. I probably won't, let's be honest. That's way too much effort, right? But, that's an extra key picked up. but you never know. Yeah, so what do we got? Got a green chest, okay. Green chest is fine. Hegemony is actually got a synergy here as well, okay. Oh, with the ammo belt. Right, so I've had this synergy with a different item before with the Hegemony. So normally the rifle will shoot inaccurate bullets, but because I have the ammo belt, it now shoots lasers, and those lasers pierce too, so they're pretty good. Yeah, so this actually turns into a pretty good gun at this point. Whoa, 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 get out of here. Oh, that, I haven't been talking about that guy at all, but that cube there is actually a new enemy as well. He is effectively a chance blob, and he will have the shots of all the different blob enemies that you can come across in the game. You want to take out the dude at the top. That is a jammed enemy because I have got some curse here. And the curse will... It's kind of the same as in Isaac, where you get like the super enemies that do more damage, they attack faster, all of the usual fun stuff. An extra key picked up there. Master of Unlocking is very, very powerful if you get it early on in the game. So I mean, we've had so many extra keys off of it that I didn't even need to use the drill on the locked door that I did. I just felt like it. Yeah. So the cool thing about the lasers here is that they have like infinite range. So they basically just completely demolish a ton of the stuff here. Backup gun is also really good. So this will shoot, when you fire a gun, it'll shoot in the opposite direction. I can't use bombs on this, can I? Oh, it also creates double bombs. That's kind of cool. I need to get a blank so I can open that, because I don't have an explosive that I can use on that. Oh well. But yeah, that basically means you can do stuff like that, which is kind of cool. It's a fun weapon. Also, double Bs, which is probably the best use for it, let's be real. Double Bs is kind of insane. Oh, this guy is also new, and I keep getting caught by him too. Oh jeez, I'm taking stupid damage. So yeah, he's your typical War Master. He does exactly what you would expect him to. Yeah, so taking stupid hits on this floor, but it's fine. I think we'll be relatively okay with it. It just means I don't have as much money anymore, which is kind of a shame. But that's the price you pay for using the loot bag, really. Is that, like, it's really great if you are never getting hit, if you're just, like, amazing at the game, but if you do take damage for whatever reason, then it suddenly becomes not so powerful. Is this, it is. I thought they fixed that, but okay. Radgun is okay. There's no blanks, so I'm probably not going to be able to open that secret room. Ghost bullets could be interesting, because it makes your bullets pierce. So that could be kind of good. The balloon gun I really like, but I don't think it's the right time for it. So we'll just kind of bloody the floor here, right? Yeah, so I'm not going to be able to open the secret room because I used all my blanks. Too bad. Yeah, Radgun is too expensive. Balloon gun is good, and I could use it, but I kind of want the ghost bullets. I don't know if do I have anything that could maybe be a synergy with these things? I don't think I do. Doesn't look like I would. So, you know what? Unity is actually better with more guns. So let's just get the balloon gun. So, the balloon gun gives you flight
whilst it's active, so you can fly over pits, fly over obstacles and stuff. And it's actually a really high damage weapon too. But the catch is, if you take damage whilst you have this active, you will lose all of the ammo on the gun. So it's very much a risk-reward thing. It's kind of... It's fine, it's actually pretty good, but it definitely does have risks attached to it. So you can't take it for granted too much. So, no doubt going for the bullet hell run here. This is the one secret chamber that I can go for, and this is unlocked when you've killed all 4 of the standard characters' pasts. And it is basically what you would think it is. It is a super chamber with a super boss at the end. And it's pretty cool, but it's also pretty challenging. Yeah, so like I said, balloon gun is actually very powerful, but the catch to it, of course, just losing all your ammo is pretty severe. So, especially in this place, it's gonna be very important to keep track of that. This was not the right way to go. Okay, that's fine. So, really, in every floor for, well, boy, let's not get hit in really stupid ways, shall we? In every floor or every room in Bullet Hell, what you're looking for is a particular pathway forward, which will let you go ahead and like get to another sort of super room. What do I want ammo for? Bees, I guess? There's not a whole lot that I even... Oh, I could have stolen some of where the Greymores are. I wasn't even thinking about that. Yeah, I guess bees. There's not really much to actually use ammo for here. Yeah, so you want to look for basically the rooms are going to let you advance in a particular way, and you want to look for 3 different like junction points, pretty much, that I'm gonna get hit if I don't do that. You want to look for 3 different junction points that will advance your movement through this place. This is looking a bit sketchy. Yeah. Very, very powerful weapon, this, though. Like, just how quickly it's taking care of these really dangerous dudes is quite impressive. Is that angry bullets? That is angry bullets. Okay, so bullets have a chance to bounce off of enemies, is what this one does. So that could be kind of fun. Shot grubs. I really, really hate shot grubs. They are super annoying. Man, this is quite a nice little combination we have here. So this guy chasing me doesn't matter. Yeah, so I could have gone 1 room less if I went down first, but that's fine, because we're looking for this room. Gotta be careful of the ones down the bottom as well. The nice thing about having flight is that, the nice thing about having the payday guys is that they're kind of... Oh! Damn. Okay, so yeah, there's your catch for using this particular gun. Now I have no ammo for it, and now I am sad. But it's okay, because I do have plenty of other good guns as well. Also, this graphical glitch at the moment, which I don't know how you would fix. Pretty sure you just don't at the moment, so we're fine. Oh! That's a standard reflex for me in the end. If I get panicked by something because... oh god. Because my my menu button is left click. Like click the left stick. So, like if I click by just panicking, that tends to happen. And it's amusing, but what are you gonna do? Alright, so... looks like we hit the next checkpoint room. No, I think the next room is the checkpoint one. Yeah, so good old-fashioned AK. It's going to be a strong weapon no matter what. And these guys are very handily taking care of a lot of this stuff down the bottom here. A lot of what could have been really dangerous in this room just being taken care of by the payday guys. Yeah, this is the next checkpoint room. So the checkpoint room, well, I say checkpoint, but basically it's a pretty standard room layout. Like there's a set number of these that can show up, and they all have particular setups that you can easily spot, and they will always have 3 exits away from themselves. And it's up to you pretty much to... I could have taken the bowling gun there, but whatever. It's up to you to pretty much pick the right one to go for at that stage. But let's not just shoot straight into the wall. That'd be kind of dumb. AK is still really good. Like, it doesn't matter, you know, what the game is, right? The AK is still really good. Oh, I don't even know what hit me there. Okay. I guess the Ashen Bulletkin actually managed to fire something. Oh well. So you can see the angry bullets here are actually doing some pretty good work. Just bouncing off of the enemies to ricochet onto others. They do less damage when ricochet, but that doesn't matter because it's damage for free. Just gonna keep using the AK, I guess. It's doing pretty good. Don't know why you would want to switch. Yes, I do have to be a little bit careful about taking damage. I'm not invincible by any means in this run. Especially with that guy. So it looks like this was the right direction to go. And we should be hitting... Yeah, we're hitting the 3rd checkpoint. Oh goodness, this... Yeah, so I always get caught by this guy. And basically he sends you a couple of rooms back. And you have to refight the rooms that you... got pushed through. With different enemy layouts too sometimes, which is kind of fun. You don't get any extra drops from them, but yeah, the room layout ends up being different, which I always thought was kind of cool. Yeah, so naturally there's still not going to sound much of a chance though, in terms of the enemies there. Yeah, so now we have a different room layout entirely. I've never seen a spider in this room, actually. It's kind of interesting. Goodness, these angry bullets are doing way too much work here. This is really quite funny, actually. So, just basic that. They aim at you, so just dodge around them. Pretty easy to do if you're familiar with it. There's a couple of rooms which are really nasty to try and dodge around in for the Lead Maiden, but it's not too bad. I'm gonna go this way. I have a feeling this is right. It might not be, but I have a feeling this is right. I just love the reload that it says when you need to reload now because of the Crisis Stone. So that guy, I think, would have actually... oh, doggo! Doggo digging up half a heart. Pretty good. That guy would have actually died to the spike trap as well, but whatever. The roller. So we're fine. Just strafe around. Oh, we're not fine because I didn't realise that was getting shot. Okay, whatever. It looks like this was a dead end too, so this wasn't even the right way. Oh well. What else can I use? Let's use a different weapon for some fun here. Let's just go back with a rifle, because this thing is pretty good, right? Oh goodness, this thing is cool when you've got angry bullets. That's awesome. It doesn't look like this was the right way either, by the way, but... what are you gonna do? Oh no, maybe it is. I didn't see the exit down the bottom. Maybe this is the right way. Oh yeah, this is a lot of fun. Just ricocheting shots here. This is cool. Nope, it was not the right way. Okay, I tend to find out on the final checkpoint one that I always seem to go the wrong way, because it always seems to be the way that I don't expect would be right. Oh yeah, this is way more fun than I thought it would be. Also, they're lasers now, so those red guys that absorb your bullets and fire them back at you, they can't do that when with lasers or beam weapons. So, yeah, so you guys not really the biggest of concerns at this point. I could just kind of shoot around, do whatever I feel like. Yeah, these whole bounce off the enemy shot stuff here is just, it's just awesome. So that should be it. This should be the boss now as it is, so I could just go back with Machine Pistol. I think I'm going to use Machine Pistol for the final phase. I'm going to go ahead and use bees on the first phase here, I think, because that'll let me focus on dodging, and then just, I don't know what I'm going to use for phase 2. I could use the sling for phase 2, because sling plus backup gun is actually really good. So that might be a thing. But also, double bees! You literally spawn twice as many bees when you have backup gun plus the beehive. So this is not going to take very long. In fact, the beehive by itself might be fairly close to just taking out the Lich all by its lonesome here. This attack, if you don't get caught by the stray bullets in the pan, you can actually just stand still if you're far enough away. Yeah, I'm gonna use the sling here as well. So the sling is a charge weapon, but it also is a single shot thing, so Crisis Stone is going to be pretty good with this. And it does double damage if it bounces off of walls, and it does more damage to bosses than it does to regular enemies. So this is your definition of the David and Goliath boss killer. So you definitely want to save it for that. We're not going to get to see the health bar because of that visual glitch until a decent way into this. This is probably my least favorite attack that you can do. Because, I don't know, I just always have a hard time dodging that one. I was actually expecting him to do something a bit different there, but okay, it's fine. Yeah, so he's kind of melting to this stuff. Yeah. Really not going to last too long. And then for the last phase, I mean, I could just use the sling still, but for the final phase here, I'm going to go ahead and use the machine pistol, I think, because machine pistol is a lot of fun too. And or I could just, like, rectangle him. You know what? Let's have some fun. Let's rectangle him. Hi there, Mr. Cheap Shot. Oh, I don't like this attack, because this one also just kind of cheap shots me. I've died to this attack before, because it's just kind of, and the Rip Bit Braid attack, which is also fine. I mean, with a blank dude here as well, this attack is nothing, so... Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what the synergy is here. I'll have to look this up and see if... You're supposed to have to dodge around that, but man, he is... Oh god, yeah, see what I mean? This attack just cheap shots you, and there's seemingly nothing you can do about it. It's really not great. But it's okay, because if you've got enough stuff left around, as the shotgun guy is determined to still shotgun there. Also, if you use the Payday mask, then you become a skeleton here. I don't know why, I don't know the reference because I don't know Payday 2 at all, but I'm sure somebody will know it. So that is pretty much a basic run through of Enter the Gungeon. I didn't get to go to any of the secret chambers because of the item stuff. I don't even know if that green Goon stone did anything in the end. That's why I'm like, it's probably the worst of the S tier items for me. At least the ones that I can think of. But whatever, it was still a good run. Had a lot of interesting synergies there. The machine pistol ones, because there's multiple items that can work with that, the machine pistol seems to be a really common synergy for me. Which is good, because that is a very powerful weapon when you get that. Definitely worth it. The backup gun ended up being really fun, because backup gun is just a lot of fun with a beehive, and the sling, kind of unofficial synergies, if you will. What else was cool? I didn't get that many master rounds in the end. I only got the first 2, because I got cheap shotted out of a couple of them. so that's a bit annoying, but most of the boss fights went pretty well outside of that. And yeah, just stuff in general was quite good this run. Lots of really interesting gear showing up. I think the mutation thing wasn't the greatest, but it definitely was okay. It worked for what it needed to. I think just a Monster Blood by itself might have been a little bit better just for the trash cannon synergy, but even then, it really wasn't that bad. Also, I realise now, actually, on recording this, it's like, I'm leaving this bit, which is probably going to be massively conflating the file size here. Oh well. If I'm going to have to scale this down anyway, I think, because if I don't, I'm looking at the recording and it's 4.5 gig almost at this point, and I'm like, maybe I need to not upload that all in one shot and take like 10 hours, and my internet's not very good. But whatever. This rap though, it's just kind of hilarious because it's using all in-game terms. I don't know, I love stuff that does that. But yeah, so it was a good fun run and it showed off a lot of good stuff. I'll have to look up what a couple of the synergies do. Maybe I'll add them in as annotations. I could see that actually being something I do just to complete this a little bit. And I don't think this is going to be the last time I'm going to do one of these, because like I stream this a decent bit at the moment, but with my internet not being the greatest, the bitrate is not very good for it, so actually having video recording like this, I could make it, you know, a bit higher quality, and it's nice. So yeah, I don't know. Let me know if you guys want to see some more. We'll try and get to the secret chambers if we do. If you want to see more live, of course, like I say, I am streaming this quite a bit at the moment. So do check out my Twitch channel if you want to see that. And yeah, we got killed by nobody. Look at all the stuff that we got here too. It's pretty good. So yeah, some really nice, fun things here. How many synergies did I get in the end? Actually, I got there was one with the sponge. There was the armor belt one. So there's like one there. The Tangler one, the laser sight pistol one. Was there another synergy? Yeah, the trash cannon unity one was another one. So I got like 4 synergies this run. If you were playing in the before Gungeons and Dragons, you'd be lucky to get 1 synergy in a run. You would normally never get the synergy in a run, actually. I think it was like 1 in every sort of 5 or 6 games I would get a synergy, but they've added at least 350 different synergies now, so there's a lot that you can get at this point, and it is super fun. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you have enjoyed yourselves, and until the next time, this has been Gamer Cow playing Enter the Gungeon. Take care of yourselves.